A new report out provides some scary projections about Social Security's future. Social Security's trust is expected to be depleted by the year 2034. That's 1 year sooner than originally estimated, partly due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Taken out of context, these numbers look frightening. But if you understand how Social Security really works, you'll see that things aren't as bad as the so-called experts make them out to be. What's up guys, Mike here, back with another video, and today we're talking about the Social Security system in the United States. In today's video, I'll share with you a brief history of the Social Security system, the 5 myths about the Social Security system and why they're wrong, and I'll then share what all this means for you as you plan for retirement. So thanks for tuning in. I make videos about real estate investing, personal finance, so if you enjoy this type of content, then please consider giving my channel a subscribe and pounding that like button for me if you don't mind. It's totally free and it really helps my channel get to new faces here on YouTube. The Social Security Act was signed into law by President Roosevelt on August 14, 1935. In addition to several provisions for general welfare, the new act created a social insurance program designed to pay retired workers aged 65 or older an income after they stopped working. You may hear that Social Security is going broke, or that Social Security just won't be around for you. Heck, I've wondered that myself. So neither statement is true, it turns out. And here's 5 myths debunked as to why. Myth number 1, Social Security will run out of money by 2034. For decades, Social Security took in more than it paid out in benefits. That's how it amassed $2.9 trillion in reserves. The latest projections estimate that those reserves will only last until the year 2034. At that point, Social Security will still bring in money from payroll taxes, but payroll taxes alone will fund only 78% of Social Security's current obligation. The truth? Social Security now pays out more in benefits than it rakes in through payroll taxes, but there are still workers paying into the system. As long as they continue to pay in, Social Security won't go broke. That brings us to myth number 2. You'll only get 78% of your projected benefit. The truth? It's true. Social Security will only be able to pay about 78% of your benefit by the year 2034. But that's if Congress does nothing from here till then. That seems highly unlikely, as Social Security is a widely popular discussion point with voters across the political spectrum. Lawmakers could again raise the full retirement age as they did in 1983. They could also increase the payroll tax rate or increase the payroll tax ceiling on payroll taxes. In 2021, workers pay Social Security taxes only on the first $142,800 of their earnings. This could change. Congress could also borrow more money for the impending shortfalls. The bigger question then becomes, where are they borrowing this money from? My guess is that they'll just print it out of thin air through the Fed and will accelerate the rate of inflation. But we shall see what happens. Myth number 3, if you're in your 20s or 30s, you shouldn't expect benefits. The truth, again, if Congress still does nothing, Social Security, even in your 20s or 30s when you're at retirement age, will still cover up to 78% of your benefits, so that even the youngest of workers can expect to receive some benefits at some point in time in the future. By 2095, payroll taxes will still cover about 74% of Social Security's obligations. Myth number 4, the government drains Social Security to pay for other programs. The truth, Social Security has 2 funds. One pays retirement and survivor benefits. The other pays disability benefits. Both of these are funded through payroll tax. Neither is used for the general fund, which finances the government's operations. There is a bit of truth to this, though. Social Security invests its money in U.S. Treasury securities. These are bonds issued by the U.S. federal government. Bonds, if you don't know, are instruments of debt. So the investor, which would be Social Security Administration in this case, is the creditor, and the issuer, which is the federal government, is the debtor. The federal government then pays back the money for those treasury bonds to Social Security plus interest. Now, treasury securities, as you know, are some of the safest investments in the world. They're backed by the full faith and credit of the US government, which has never defaulted on its debt. So that should make you feel warm and fuzzy, right? Myth number 5, COVID-19 will have a massive impact on future benefits. The truth, it's too early to determine what the long-term impact of COVID-19 will be on Social Security. Hundreds of thousands of lives have been lost to the pandemic. That tragedy does lower Social Security's short-term costs because fewer people are now receiving benefits. Forecasters are predicting that the mortality rate from COVID-19, despite the vaccines, will remain high through 2023. So we still got about a good 2 years of this. But the reduction in costs owed by Social Security has been overshadowed by the lack of payroll taxes collected due to the high unemployment from the pandemic throughout 2020 and into 2021. Immigration and birth rates both fell very steeply during this time period as well. Both these decreases will have a significant impact on Social Security over time. So what does this mean for you? It means you can still expect Social Security to be around in 2034 and beyond. One reality to prepare for as you plan for retirement: your Social Security checks won't stretch as far as they did for your grandparents. Social Security cost of living adjustments, otherwise known as COLA, lag behind the actual cost increases to live for seniors today. In fact, Social Security benefits have lost 30% of their purchasing power since the year 2000, and that number is expected to increase. Social Security only replaces about 40% of the wages for your average worker who retires at 65. These benefits are expected to replace an even shrinking percentage of income for younger generations. So the point is, it's essential to start saving for retirement as soon as possible. If your employer offers a 401k, contribute at least enough to get your company matched. Also, consider investing in an IRA. You can still count on Social Security someday, but I wouldn't put all your eggs in one basket. You need multiple sources of income to retire. Your Social Security monthly check should be one component of your retirement, not your entire plan. So thanks for watching this video, guys. If you got some great value out of this, please do me a favor and subscribe, like, and click that notification bell as I post here weekly with videos on personal finance and real estate investing. Thanks so much, and I'll see you on the next one.